Hello friends, if you made it to this video, you're probably wondering, what is governance? What is on-chain governance? What is a DAO maybe? What is tally? What is it? How does it work? What does it do? And I'm here to tell you, it's pretty simple. There's a lot of moving parts sometimes that can get kind of overwhelming. Okay, how does this work? What's the technical side of things? But it's pretty simple. There's a governor framework, which is a smart contract, just like any other smart contract. And it is how the majority of DAOs operate. We call it the industry standard for on-chain governance. And if you want to look at the numbers to back that up, it's not just us saying that it is the industry standard here. Uniswap, Compound, ZK Sync, Arbitrum, ENS, everyone uses the governor contract, the governor framework, because it's been used, it's been battle tested, it's been audited. It was created by Compound and openzeppelin back in the day, and since then, there's a lot of additions, flexibility, customizations that can be added to the contract. But at its core, it is very simple. You vote, or you propose, you vote, you execute the transaction all on chain. And you have tools, interfaces like Tally that make it much easier to understand what's happening when all those steps of the process are occurring within the DAO. So like I said, what is governor? DAOs should be using a governance framework. They should be using the tech that they are built on, or they're supposed to be built on. An openzeppelin-governor is the main contract that DAOs use. And if you're on Tally, if you're on, our docs, obviously, any DAO you see on Tally is using the governor framework, right? So you have a token contract. Well, let's back up. You deploy your governor contract, and then you can attach a governance token to that. Usually it's an ERC20 or an ERC721. So your ERC20 is, the fungible token, your ARBs, your unis, your comps, the ones that are, sometimes there's a limited token supply, but in theory, they could be unlimited, right? ERC721, NFT, one token, one vote, different styles of token voting within there. But at its core, a token is controlling what happens in the voting mechanism. You can dive deeper into different styles of voting mechanisms. Like I said, one token, one vote, quadratic voting, things like that in the docs to the left. But broadly, token attached to the governance framework, that is how DAOs operate. We can dive deeper into the customizations. Like we said, it's modular. The governor contract at its core, vote or propose, vote, execute. But as DAOs have progressed and expanded and innovated, different styles or different use cases have been added to governor to solve different use cases within the DAO. But we'll dive into those in other videos. But at its core, that is what the governor framework is. But why is that important? We'll dive we'll dive briefly into on-chain governance and why on-chain governance matters, but you can see this. We have an on-chain thesis, on-chain governance, kind of section for you to read deeply about why on-chain governance matters. But a quick comparison between on-chain and off-chain. So in your on-chain proposal, right, you propose something, right? You maybe want to fund an initiative, hire someone, upgrade a core contract in the protocol because it's a security measure. You propose it to the DAO. It appears on an interface like Tally. Users use their tokens that they have within the DAO. They vote yes, they vote no. For this instance, we're going to say it passes, goes through the vote. After a certain amount of time, it's executed and it goes into a time lock. And that time lock is just, it varies. It could be 4 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, where that transaction and that, it's pending execution in that time lock. And there's different mechanisms that DAOs can implement for security measure. You can veto it, rage quit, etc. If you want to dive deeper into those mechanisms, I would check out the Arbitrum Security Council or Security Council section in the docs here. But that's pretty much how the on-chain proposal works, right? It's very transparent. It's on-chain. Nothing can change. It's there. Off-chain, that proposal process all happens, there's no backup, right? It's happening in a group chat, Discord, whatever. You come to a consensus, and then you trust whoever's controlling the multi-sig, which is just a very different version of a DAO, right? It's 3 or 4 people controlling a wallet or a treasury that can make unilateral decisions. So obviously, if you're working with the right people, you're going to trust them. But as we've seen in DAOs before, and if you want to expand your organization and your prowess in what you're doing within the DAO, you're going to have some people where, you can't just have social trust. And that's what happens, right? You have, something that you want to get passed. You trust the people to pass it, but when there's hundreds and maybe sometimes millions of dollars on the line, you can't just rely on that social trust. And we've seen in cases before, the will of the people is not respected by the four individuals controlling the multi-sig, and there's no recourse there. That's why on-chain governance matters, and that's why the governor framework is so important. Not only just so you can implement on-chain governance and not have to rely on off-chain, but you need a contract that you can trust, that's been battle tested, that's been used to control billions and billions of dollars on-chain, so that you can sleep at night. That, my friends, is the governor framework. Hopefully that helps you get started on your journey into on-chain governance and into the governor ecosystem. Again, we'll have more videos populated throughout, so go check those out. See you in the next one.